Hey guys, Jim here with another video for you. I know I said that I was done, but I wanted to do this quick video because today I received a gift package from my good friend Carlos over at Eastwood for Life Fan. Um, and I'm going to post his links in the description below. But before I get into all this, I just want to take this opportunity to say thank you to everybody who has continued to support the channel, even though I haven't been dropping any content. And like I said in the last video, I may or may not continue. I wasn't planning on doing anything, but here we are. So the itch might get there again to where I decide to do more content. And if I do, I hope that you will be there to check it out. So before we begin, at the end of this video, if you do like what you see, please consider giving me a thumbs up. But most importantly, please leave comments below. Let me know how you feel about my pickups. Let me know how you feel about the wonderful gifts that Carlos sent me. And most importantly, please, at the end of this video, go over to Carlos's site, his channel at Eastwood for Life Fan, and show him some love. He's one of the best people I know that I have met on my YouTube journey. So let's get into it. Before we get into the gift box, I figured since I was going to do that, I might as well just combine it with some of my most recent pickups. There's not a lot. We only got 5 pickups in addition to what we have. So we're just going to jam right through this. The first 2 are Goodwill pickups that cost me $3 a piece. So I'm happy with both. The first is the director's cut of Gettysburg, starring Tom Berenger, Jeff Daniels, Martin Sheen, Stephen Lane, C. Thomas Howell, Maxwell Caulfield. Really good cast in this movie. And like I said, this is the director's cut. This sucker clocks in right there. 271 minutes. So for those of you at home, that is well over 4 hours. This is a great movie. It really is. But it's one of those movies that you have to have patience with. Watch the first half, then watch the second half at a later time, whatever. But great performances all around. And if you're a history buff like I am, this is almost required viewing. So the first one is Gettysburg. Speaking of history, this one I just also picked up at the Goodwill, and I love this film. From 1970, I believe. Tora, Tora, Tora. This is a World War II movie, obviously, but it's told as much from the Japanese point of view as it is from the American point of view. This is all about the attack on Pearl Harbor, of course. And it is. It's a great movie. It really is. So those are the 2 that I got off of the Goodwill store. Next, the next 2 came from Amazon. The first of which was part of my Christmas order, and that is the Arrow version of David Lynch's Dune from 1984, I believe. And yeah, this movie's a fever dream. It's not as good as the newer ones, of course, but again, they're totally different animals. This one, you could tell David Lynch was trying to cram 50 pounds of shit into a 5-pound bag, whereas Denis Villeneuve was able to stretch the story out over 2 3-hour long movies to make it more coherent. As it is, I still really like this movie. There's something about this movie that I will always really like. Maybe it's the cheese factor. It's a fever dream. It's the best way to describe it. But again, I will always have a soft spot for David Lynch's Dune. And my last Amazon purchase, and oh, I am so happy to finally have this in my collection. The 4K Blu-ray combo pack of Kevin Smith's best movie, in my opinion, Dogma. And you want to talk about great cast, you got Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, Linda Fiorentino, Chris Rock, Jason Lee, the late great Adam Rickman, Selma Hayek, Jason Mewes, George Carlin. I mean, the names go on and on and on. Not to mention, you got a certain Canadian singer who actually plays God. I adore this film. And again, it took 25 years for it to come out on Blu-ray and 4K because, unfortunately, this movie, the rights were tangled up with Harvey Weinstein for years, and he refused to give them up without a huge cash payout. And Kevin Smith was uncomfortable about giving him that kind of money because he knew he was going to use it for his defense for the Me Too stuff that was going on at the time. Luckily, there was a third party who was able to come up with some sort of compromise. And here, lo and behold, this movie has finally seen the light of day again. I adore this movie. If you haven't seen Dogma, by all means, check this movie out. It is awesome. And then I've got one eBay or purchase from this week, and it is a bootleg from China of Zach Cregger's movie Barbarian. Now, the reason why I got this on a bootleg is because it does not have a physical release as of this date. However, I did recently learn that Criterion, of all companies, may be releasing this later on this year. But again, this one is directed by Zach Cregger, who made a huge splash this past year with Weapons. And if you liked Weapons, chances are you'll like this movie too. It's just as bizarre. It's not as big in scope, but again, I don't want to give anything away. Let's just say that this movie goes in directions that you do not expect. And yeah, just really, really enjoy this movie. And I'm really happy to have this in my collection. Like I said, for a bootleg, comes with a nice little slip here, the whole 9 yards. Too bad it's in Chinese, but I did check it out and it looks and plays beautifully on my system. So that's it for my pickups. Now, let's get into what's in the box from Carlos. So here we go. And as always, Carlos always leaves a nice note here. So we're going to move this. We're going to take some stuff out here. Make sure I got everything out. Yes, I did. Okay, so before we begin, and I've already looked at everything, but I just thought I would share everything with you guys. So he leaves a nice note as always. Says, "Hi, Jim. Hope all is well, sir. I've sent you some movies, hoping that they are going to a good home and to a real movie fan. The movies that I have sent you are a modern-day Western, an extended cut 20 minutes longer of a Tarantino movie, a Euro Western starring Colonel Troutman, a classic spaghetti Western from the director of the original Django, and a directed movie from Clint Eastwood, who plays a retired assassin, and a canon movie that you totally love. Enjoy your movies, Carlos, Eastwood for Life fan, and keep talking movies." First, before we get into the movies, once again, thank you so much, Carlos. You are one of my best friends that I have met on this journey, and everybody, there's his site right there, Eastwood for Life fan. Please, I cannot stress enough, get over to Carlos's site, show him some love, and give him a thumbs up and definitely a subscribe. He's a great, great guy, has great content. Now, let's get into the movies. I put these in alphabetical order, so let's begin. The first one is the Kino Lorber version of Clint Eastwood's The Eiger Sanction. This one co-stars George Kennedy and Jack Cassidy, among others. I have seen this movie. I haven't seen it in a long time, but yes, he is a retired assassin who has an assignment up in the mountains, and he, as you can see right there, he's a mountain climber. So, yeah, Eiger Sanction, haven't seen it in years. I am looking forward to seeing this one again. If I'm not mistaken, like he said, Clint Eastwood directed this one too. Yes, he did. And, yeah, great movie from the 70s. So the first one that Carlos sent me is the Eiger Sanction. This one I'm really, really excited about. This is a bootleg, of course, but look at it. It's a great quality bootleg, and this is the extended version of The Hateful Eight that played on Netflix. And again, I have seen this on Netflix, but I am definitely happy to have this. And according to Carlos, he says that the quality on this is great. He has the same version, I guess, and has gifted this same version to his former co-host in pain, Dan from Dan's Movie Cave. And yeah, cannot wait. But this one even has some alternate artwork, which I thought was kind of cool. If I can get the disc out, bear with me for a moment. And we're back. And as you can see, I was able to take out the interior work. And yeah, that is really nice. I like that a lot. Let me scan in on that. So yeah, this is fantastic. I cannot thank Carlos enough. Like I said, he is one of the finest people I have met on my YouTube journey thus far. I'll put this all back together in a moment. Let's get back to the gifts. The next one is another Kino Lorber release, and this one is the spaghetti Western he was talking about. This is The Hellbenders, directed by Sergio Corbucci, who directed Django. Like he said, this is from 1967, the year I was born. Starring Joseph Cotton, Norma Bengel, Julian Mateos, and some Italian people that I'm not familiar with. And I am not familiar with this film. However, when it comes to Westerns, if Carlos recommends a Western, 99.9% of the time, it's a movie that I end up enjoying. So I am definitely looking forward to this, as this one as well. Another Kino release, The Man Called Noon, directed by Peter Collinson and starring Richard Crenna, Stephen Boyd, Rosanna Schifano, and then we're back to some Italian names, but I believe this is an American film. And yeah, there's Richard Crenna right there. Wow, is he young there? This one's from 1973. And again, I have never heard or seen this one at all. So I am really, really looking forward to it. And then we've got, this is the modern Western he was talking about, The Old Way with Nicolas Cage. And again, another film I am not familiar with in any way, shape, or form. I have never heard of this. But if Carlos says it's good, I will take his word for it, because again, the man knows his Westerns. This one again, nice little slip. Let's see if they have any cast members on the back here besides Nicolas Cage. Bear with me here, guys. Ryan Cara Armstrong. I'm not really familiar with any of these people, but again, this is from 2023, so from a couple of years ago. And again, I really enjoy Nicolas Cage. And again, if Carlos says it's good, it's good. But then we get to this one. I might have to retract that following statement. He sent me this, and I know he did this as a joke. And hey, Jeff, if you're watching, you're going to love this, buddy. Stallone, Over the Top. Anybody who knows me knows I hate this fucking movie. I think it's ridiculous, okay? But you know what? I appreciate the gift, and I will watch it again, because I have not seen this movie since it was released, okay? So to be fair, I will watch this again, and I will let Carlos and anybody who is interested know how I feel about it, because I don't remember much about it other than the fact that the soundtrack was pretty good and how much I thought it was an absolutely ridiculous movie. But again, now that I own this, I've got no choice. I will watch it and check it out. So that is the last of the films that Carlos sent me. So once again, Carlos, my friend, thank you so much. I cannot express enough how much I appreciate your friendship. This is awesome. So everybody, please, for the last time, I know I repeat myself, but go over to Carlos's channel at Eastwood for Life Fan. I'm going to leave his link in the description below. And once again, if you like this, please give me a thumbs up. Leave those comments below. Let me know how you feel about it. But most importantly, go over to Carlos's channel and give him some love. And once again, guys, this may or may not be the last video. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But if there is another one, we'll catch you on the next one.